When night falls on Harlem, you want to kick back in style, and there's no better place for that than 67 Orange.
Karl Franz is a great friend of mine. We share a lot of aspirations and love for history and love for Harlem. What gave you the guts to say, you know what, this is where I'm going to open a bar, and not just any bar, because this has aspirations.
I was like, if I'm going to do a bar, it really needs a theme. If it's going to be something that's unique and distinct, it's got to have meaning. The concept itself, the name, 67 Orange Street, is actually the address of one of the first successful black-owned bars in New York City.
Where was that?
It was down in 5 Points. 5 Points was the first free black settlement in New York City. And so a lot of history that is associated with Harlem actually began in 5 Points. A lot of our concept is really based on sort of the historical perspective and drinking sort of the way it was, even pre-Prohibition, taking a lot of the basic concepts. I'm gonna make you a cocktail. This one is called LeGrand's Old Fashioned. When I'm creating cocktails, I'm looking at taking a kind of a basic formula, an old fashioned, which is the original cocktail, water, bitters, a spirit, and a little bit of sugar, right? And so, how do I play with that? So instead of sugar, I'm using Benedictine because it's a great liqueur.
You're thinking about this exactly the way a chef would build a recipe. A little bit of bitter, something sweet, you know.
The balance has to be there.
The balance has to be there.
I should probably, you're going to taste a little of this one. This is the Emancipation.
It looks great, man.
So it's cucumber, cilantro, lime, and ginger, and then we use a cucumber vodka.
So refreshing.
Yeah, and that's hence the name Emancipation and the whole idea of being emancipated and refreshed. We use a citrus liqueur called Citronage, cucumber-infused vodka, and then there's a little bit of vinegar in there, just to give that little bit of mouthfeel and all that stuff. Someone actually said that this is, it's like dinner. It's like having dinner in a glass.
How does it feel to work in Harlem? Does that matter for you?
Well, yeah, I mean, I love it here. I moved to Harlem because of the history and what the neighborhood represents, especially for African Americans. We could have opened our restaurants anywhere in the city, and we chose Harlem because it's our neighborhood, because we love it.
It's more than just a bar. It's also a place where you feel right at home and you feel like like-minded people are here, which is great. Yeah, have you known Glenn's Lounge?
I definitely know Glenn's Lounge.
And no night in Harlem would be complete without a little music and a visit to the legendary bar and restaurant, Lennox Lounge. How are you, Mr. Reed? It's good to see you. Hey. My friend Karl.
How's it going? Good to meet you, man. You're a legend.
Check out some music in the back.
You can see my look from over there. Even if it's just a dream, don't break your
Honoring history while looking ahead to a bright future. That's the conversation going on among Harlemites today.
This ain't for the first time. The experience was just so amazing. I mean, they're there for the love of it, and you feel there's a ton of great characters and great stories and lives that have been lived out here.